Hello, this is Rosen from Julia Beefy Sotheby's Larchmont office. I've lived in New Rochelle for over 42 years. I'm actually sitting in a parking lot in New Rochelle. I have a closing this afternoon, but I wanted to say a few words about New Rochelle and why I chose to come here to live. It's a wonderful place to live. It's a city, over 80,000 people living here. I've been here for over 42 years, and when we first decided to come here to even look at a home, I had asked an attorney in my office in the East City, where should we look? And he said Westchester, Mamaroneck, New Rochelle. So I couldn't even pronounce the word Mamaroneck, which is taken from a Native American name, and we actually looked in New Rochelle. We saw 3 homes. We felt for some strange reason, this is before the internet and computers, that we were compelled to purchase one of the homes we saw, and we did. It was on a very busy street. We lived there 14 years, and then we moved to Payne Heights, and we haven't regretted that at all. I see there's a workman right over my shoulder in the parking lot. Probably thinks I'm crazy talking to myself, but that's another story. So why should you come to New Rochelle? Many reasons. We're right on the Long Island Sound. There are beach clubs, not as many this year as last year. We have a golf club. There's a great doggy park, Paws Place, that's wonderful. 5 elementary schools. We teach different languages, Italian, Mandarin Chinese, French. We have a wonderful college program at the high school. College program? Yeah, there are classes that are college based, and colleges love to have students from New Rochelle go to their colleges because they're so well equipped. And we have so many college-based programs that are offered to our students, which is wonderful. And that's the advantage of living in a city as opposed to a small town. We're very close to skiing, to shopping, to New York, to the metropolitan area and the museums, but we have our own art galleries here. In fact, New Rochelle in the 20s and 30s was a very well-known artist community. You have people like Norman Rockwell who lived here, and he lived on Lord Kitchener Road. I had the privilege of seeing his home at one point when it was on the market, and there was this wonderful, a lot of handcrafted woodwork, and there was a great balcony overlooking the living room. It was wonderful. It was a treat to go and see it. But there were 10 commemorative markers made in New Rochelle by the artist who lived here. So the commemorative marker that Mr. Rockwell designed depicts the American soldiers marching to the White Plains battle with the Brits. So what else can I tell you? Taxes are high. I wish the taxes weren't as high. That's a negative. Have to mention that. You have other towns like White Plains where the taxes are lower. We have over 30 mini-marts and major supermarkets here. We have a Home Depot. We have 5 synagogues here. We have over 40 places of churches, every single denomination. To my knowledge, I don't know of any mosques here in New Rochelle. There are 5 in the Bronx. There's 1, to my knowledge, in White Plains. Happy Ramadan to my friends who celebrate Ramadan. Did you know that there is a weekend Japanese school in New Rochelle? Yes, this is how diverse we are. One of the reasons I came to live here. It represents the United States. It's wonderful. A lot of sports programs in New Rochelle. There's hockey. I have 3 sons, all played sports: hockey, soccer, football, baseball. Absolutely loved it. We loved going to all of the different programs. There was a North End baseball league when my youngest son played baseball, and a South End. So I signed him up for both. Didn't conflict, basically. It was great. And he got to play twice as much as perhaps other young men. And to this day, he still plays baseball. He's actually coaching it right now. We have beach clubs. We have a golf club. So many wonderful reasons in which to purchase and why to purchase a home here. We have Paws Place, the doggy park. My doggy loves it. The Humane Society of Westchester is located in New Rochelle, and they're in the process of building a second story to that wonderful organization. If you want to make a donation, always would love it. We have a Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle, which I see now they've also opened out into Mamaroneck. And there's going to be a gala, virtual gala in April regarding the Boys and Girls Club. So look online there. I did post a post about it, and make a donation for that wonderful organization too. I did teach cooking there for 2 years in a row. When my son was 2 years of age, I wanted to connect with the local children, and I was trying to reach a couple of children in particular who were my son's football team, and I was trying to help them with their grades so they could go to a Super Bowl game actually in football. But that's a whole different, another story. My children and I, we also delivered Meals on Wheels for over 7 years when they were younger. So many wonderful stories there. So where are we right now in the real estate market? It's interesting because sales are up 61%, sales prices are up 5%, but the inventory is down 41%. So that basically tells us that everything is sort of selling once it hits the market. Obviously price point is important, and the condition of the home is also important. The days on the market are down by 40% too. So it's a wonderful time in which to sell a home, but it's also a great time in which to purchase a home, because the interest rates may be inching up, but they're still unbelievably low. When we first bought a home, the interest rates were over 8%, then they climbed to over 13%, and then we refinanced a year later down to 6.8%. So that's how wild the interest rates were fluctuating. But it hasn't been that way of late. It's just they're really low. So it's a great time in which to purchase a home. You've got to come visit. You're going to love it. I'm just trying to think what else I can possibly tell you. But just come to New Rochelle, come to Westchester. We're just 30 minutes away by train. 3 different ways to drive there, which is great. A lot of people from the island have been coming to New Rochelle. People from Brooklyn also. So it's just come and visit. What can I tell you? New Rochelle, Queen of the Sound, always was, always will be. Take care.